So, what if we could solve two of a community's biggest challenges at the exact same time? I'm talking about the lack of affordable housing and the massive shortage of skilled workers we need to build it. It sounds like a huge, impossible task, right? Well, a new program has a brilliantly simple solution. Let's get into exactly how they're pulling it off.
Okay, first let's start with the dream. Just imagine this for a second. A neighborhood where everything is connected. The homes are affordable, they're energy efficient. The food, it's grown right there in the community. The power, it's renewable. It's a place built by the people who live there, for the people who live there, where stability and dignity are literally built into the foundation. It's a beautiful idea, but it's a huge leap from where all of us are today.
So to really understand the solution, we've got to be real about the problem. We have to take a hard look at the cracks in our current foundation.
What you're looking at here are two different realities, side by side. On the left, it's a site we all know too well, forgotten land, neighborhoods that have been overlooked, just full of untapped potential. But then you look to the right, and you see that exact same potential unlocked. You see life, you see opportunity, you see community. And the gap between those two pictures, that's where the problem is, but it's also where the opportunity is.
Here's the heart of the issue. We are facing two massive crises that are totally connected. First, you've got the housing crisis. There's just not enough affordable housing to go around. At the exact same time, you've got the labor crisis. There's a shortage of reliable, trained construction workers, so projects get delayed, costs skyrocket. You see, these aren't separate problems. They're feeding each other in this vicious cycle that holds entire communities back.
So how in the world do you build a bridge from that problem to the vision we just talked about? Well, this is where Homes for My Peeps, or H4MP, steps in with a really powerful, practical solution: the Community Builders Training Program.
Let's break down what this thing actually is. It's a focused 12-week training program. It takes capable adults who are underemployed and it gives them the real-world skills they need for safe entry-level construction jobs. And here's the genius part. They learn these skills while they are directly helping to build affordable housing. They are literally solving the problem while they learn.
And this isn't just some random workshop. It is a clear, step-by-step pipeline. Participants get structured, hands-on training. They earn actual certifications that prove what they can do. And then, and this is key, the program connects them directly to licensed contractors for paid work. This creates a real pathway, not just to a job, but to long-term stability for them and their families.
This quote right here, it gets to the very heart of what makes this whole program actually work. I mean, think about it. It's almost impossible to learn a new skill if you're worried about how you're going to pay for the bus to get to the job site or what you're going to eat for lunch. H4MP gets that. They understand that fundamental barrier,
And they tackle that problem head-on. To tear down those barriers, participants can get a modest weekly stipend. Now, it's not a wage, it's support. It's to help cover the basics like transportation and meals so they can actually focus on the training. It's a direct investment in their success, making sure they can see it all the way through to the finish line.
So one person gets trained, they get a good job. That is a huge win, no question. But the impact, it doesn't just stop there. It creates this incredible ripple effect that lifts up the entire community. I mean, just think about what happens. All of a sudden, the community has its own pool of trained local workers. Construction sites get safer, more reliable. With more hands on deck, the ability to actually build more housing goes way up. Families get that economic stability they need. And maybe most important of all, it restores a sense of pride and possibility in neighborhoods that have been ignored for way too long.
And the skills these folks learn, they're the foundation for that bigger vision we started with. Remember the dome homes, the local food systems? This is how you get there. The training program is the engine that's going to power that whole ecosystem of self-sufficiency.
I absolutely love this quote because it just says it all. Perfectly.
Yeah, the houses are a critical outcome, but they're not the only goal. This is about building people. It's about building skills. It's about creating the long-term ability for a community to solve its own problems from the inside out.
All right, this is where you come in. This whole model is designed to grow, to be copied in other places, but it needs a strong start. So this is an invitation to be part of that beginning, to help get it off the ground.
The goal right now is simple and it's specific. To fund the very first group, a pilot cohort of 15 trainees. This first group is going to prove the model works and officially launch this incredible pipeline of talent and opportunity.
And we really need to be clear about how we think about this. This is not a handout. It's not charity. It's an investment in infrastructure. Because when you invest in people like this, you are strengthening the very foundations of your housing market, your labor force, and the future of your neighborhoods.